Coming up on the Suze Orman Show. As we start our 12th year on the Suze Orman Show, 3 rules for you to live by to have your best financial life. Also,
I'm a little apprehensive about actually having children.
I feel like we can have kids now. It just will push back other things that we want. So I think that's kind of where the conflict is.
I'll tell you what I'm conflicted about. And you ask me, can I afford it?
I want to buy a pre-owned Louis Vuitton handbag. And Susie, this bag is a must-have.
This is a need, right? You need this in order to just breathe the air in every day, right?
Absolutely.
Hi, everybody. I'm Suze Orman, and you are watching the Suze Orman Show. Tonight is actually a very, very special night on the Suze Orman Show, and let me tell you why. It is March 9th, 2013. We are starting our 12th year on the Suze Orman Show. March 9th, 2002 was the very first time we were ever on the air. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but the Suze Orman Show used to be a radio show, and we used to tape it for television. Want to take a look back and see it? All right, everybody. I know you think this is a financial show, but this is a show about who you are and what you have. First, who you are. We're not so different when it comes to money. We are all so similar. We repeat the mistakes of our parents. We repeat the mistakes of our friends. We repeat our own mistakes. And the Suze Orman Show is about stopping the mistakes right here and right now. You deserve to have more. You deserve to be more, but you have to get honest with who you are first before what you have can come your way. Well, I don't know. Do you think I've changed a lot over all those years? I'm still wearing leather. Well, now I wear contacts, then I wear glasses. My hair's a little bit longer and lighter. But the truth of the matter is, whether it was then or now, this is one thing I know for sure. I love teaching all of you what I know you need to know about money. We welcome all of you that are new to the Suze Orman Show. We welcome back all of you that have been watching the Suze Orman Show for the past 11 years. And we really hope that you stick with us all the way into the future, because money is forever changing. You always have something you can learn about money. So what is the first thing that I want to tell you starting off our 12th year? I want to teach you tonight about 3 things that I believe from the bottom of my heart that if you just lived your life by these 3 things, these rules, I'm here to tell you, you wouldn't make the mistakes that you're currently making, you would have more money saved, and you very possibly could have a great financial life. And they're so simple, so simple. So are you ready? Let's begin. The very first thing I want you to do from this day on is this. Everything that you buy, I want you to ask yourself this very simple question. I want you to ask yourself the question, is this a want or is this a need? If it is a need, then buy it, because you have to buy something that you need. If it is a want, you are to walk away and let it go. Now, you have to understand, you need food to survive. So you go to the grocery store and you buy them. You want to go to a restaurant. Get the difference? You need gasoline in your car to go to work. You want to put gasoline in your car to go on vacation, possibly. Needs versus wants. If you could just do that, you would save so much money, I can't even begin to tell you. Next, if you simply lived below your means, but within your needs, again, you would save so much money. Now, below your means, what does that mean? If you can afford a 3,000 square foot house to buy, you don't need a 3,000 square foot house. Maybe all you need is a 2,000 square foot house. Buy what you need, not what you think you can afford. So live below your means, but within your needs. And again, if you did that along with the first rule, now we're really rolling. Last but not least, and this is what I hope for all of you that are watching, can you simply try to get as much pleasure out of saving as you do spending? Why is it when you're depressed, do you have to go out and buy something that you don't even really like after you've purchased it? Why is it that you feel that the only pleasure you can get in life is when you go out to eat or you spend money at a bar or you do this or you do that? Why can't you just simply get as much pleasure out of sending in that extra mortgage payment, sending in that payment to do what? Deposit into your Roth IRA for your retirement. Why can't you just do that? If you can live your life by those 3 simple rules, then the next 11 years of your life will be great. Maybe I won't have to sit here anymore and be screaming at all of you, do this, do that. But then again, you just never know, do you? We're going all the way out now to California. We have Helen on the air with us. Ask me your question, girlfriend.
Yeah, hi, Susie. Thanks for having me on your show. My question is, when is the right time to put your financial cards on the table? My boyfriend and I are both 51 and divorced, and we've been dating for about a year and are talking about getting engaged in maybe a year or so. So I think I've been with him long enough that I can see the pattern of how he spends his money. I came out of my divorce with a comfortable amount of savings, and he came out of his divorce with debt, but he's paid it off. Neither of us spends beyond our current income, and when we're together, we spend very sensibly. But the problem is my boyfriend insists on paying for everyone, picking up the tab when he's with his friends and his adult family. And right now he sees that as more important than purchasing health insurance or saving anything.
Oh, so let's stop right here, right now. Are you telling me that you smart woman, Helen, that you are dating somebody stupid enough not to have health insurance yet? He has the money to treat people, go out and act like a big spender. Is that what you just said to me?
Yeah, it's been, he's indicated that he's going to do it.
No. Let's stop this right now. Stop it right now. Your question to me was, when do you put your financial cards on the table? He already has. He has put on the table the things that he is doing that you are recognizing are not smart. So that is causing you to hesitate. I find it fascinating that you leave a relationship, you now have savings, everything is good. He leaves a relationship with debt. And I am sure he told you that the reason he had debt was probably because of his ex-wife. And he probably didn't take any responsibility for it. But yet you still see him exhibiting behavior that doesn't make any sense. I have to tell you, the cards are on the table, girlfriend. You just have to read them. All right, we are going to Tim in Minnesota. Boyfriend, ask away.
Okay, but I have a complicated situation, but here's the nuts and bolts of it. Through an acquaintance in the financial industry, I made a loan to a gentleman who I have never met. It's a sizable amount. I've got documents that are signed and notarized, and I'm trying to figure out how can I go about recovering this loan. It was actually due a couple years ago. He's paying me $150 a month, but at that rate, I'm going to take 80 years to get it back. I've been to one lawyer who said I'm in a tough spot. The one thing I do have going for me is that I've got a lien on his apartment, but I'm the junior lender, and I'm at odds of what to do next.
Yes, how much, Tim, did you actually lend him?
It was $75,000.
And, all right, let's start here. What possessed you to make a loan to somebody you never knew, a $75,000 loan to somebody you never knew, you never met? What possessed you to do that to begin with?
Well, through my friend in the financial services industry, I was told that this was a very safe proposition and I was going to get a 15% return.
And was that a 15% annual return on your money?
No, it was just a 15% return on the loan.
And how long was the loan supposed to be out for?
The loan was supposed to be out for 2 years.
So for 2 years, you then would come up with a nice sum of money, and you were enticed by that enough. Did you ask your so-called friend, financial advisor, was he making any money off of the money that you were lending this man?
No, he was not.
He told you that, correct?
Yeah.
But just out of the clear blue sky, he wants you to lend a person $75,000 versus investing $75,000, which would have made him, as a financial advisor, money. I think you need, and everybody watching tonight really needs to look at this, that don't go for the return. Go for the known. I have a law of money, invest in the known versus the unknown, because if you invest in the unknown, these types of things can happen. You are in a very hard place. While I'm so happy he's paying you $150 a month, I think you would be far better off if you claimed this as a bad debt. This is just one possibility, or you can just wait it out until if he ever sells his property or anything. But if you claimed it as a bad debt on your taxes, you would be able to write it off. And you might be able to write it off and eventually over years recoup at least half of it, depending how much money you make. So then that wouldn't be so bad. But there isn't a lot that you can do besides that, except learn from this experience. Sheba, how much do you have in an emergency fund?
We have about, I don't think exactly, it's about 10,000.
Sheba, listen to me. You don't know the answer to this question. And later, when wanting something, ask me, can I afford it?
I want to buy a gyrotonic expansion system pulley tower.
You want to buy what? Am I seeing this also right? The tower is $6,500, but you have to pay $2,000 to have it shipped?
Hi, Susie.
Honest to God, are you telling me, and I'm begging you to be honest with me right now, are you telling me that you're not worried about her financial habits at all, or are you just a little bit?
I am.
Thank you.
Very honest
all right,
with you.
thank you. Because here's the problem, Lair, love cannot conquer all.
Welcome back as we start our 12th year of the Suze Orman Show. I'm gonna like this one. Here's what's up. We have a couple that is in conflict over starting a family. My one-on-one tonight is with David and Sheba. They're in Raleigh, North Carolina. They are both 29 years old. Sheba is a research veterinarian, and David is an accountant for North Carolina State University. They have been married 3.5 years, and they've been talking about starting a family. But here's the scoop. They are completely at odds over whether they can afford to do it now. So Sheba, you wrote in to the Suze Orman Show. What side do you fall on? Do you want to have the baby? Do you not want to have the baby? What are you thinking?
Well, hi, I just want to say I'm such a big fan. I am a little nervous because this kind of started when we asked our friends about, what do you pay for daycare? And so then we found out, and it was like, that's a small mortgage. And so I'm a little apprehensive about actually having children.
So you're thinking you don't want to have a baby right now, but does that mean you never are going to want to have a baby? What does that mean?
And not right now. I'm worried, are we in a good financial place to actually have a child, or should we wait a little bit longer and go further in our careers, and where should we start, basically?
All right, David, where do you fall?
Well, I think she worries about the money more than I do, I guess, because I have a finance background and I look at the money a lot more often than she does, although we do, meet, on every few months to kind of go over things. I try to keep her informed. I feel like we can have kids now. It just will push back other things that we want, maybe the house that we're saving up for, or maybe even put more into retirement. So I believe we can afford it, but we'll just have to cut back on other things. So I think that's kind of where the conflict is.
I'll tell you what I'm conflicted about. right, is that you have to keep her informed. Every few months, Sheba, he lets you know about how you're doing. Why, madam, do you not know about how you are doing every single minute of the day? Are you kidding me?
Well, I do know, but we just sit down and talk like one-on-one because I have access to all the accounts and whatnot. So it's just actually sitting down and talking about it and just kind of evaluating together.
Sheba, how much do you have in an emergency fund?
We have about, I'm trying to think exactly. Together, we kind of put everything together in terms of savings, but it's about 10,000.
Sheba, listen to me. You don't know the answer to this question. I asked you a very simple question. How much money do you have in your emergency fund? The answer is $20,000, by the way. And you couldn't answer that question. So, no, you do not sit down and deal with your money one-on-one all the time with David. David, do you feel like your $20,000 in an emergency fund is adequate at this point in time?
I don't. I guess the main reason being, I don't feel that we're putting enough in retirement at this point. So I think it's enough to pay for
I didn't ask you about retirement. I asked you as an accountant, when you look at your emergency fund, do you have enough money in an emergency fund right here and right now? So there's extra money besides that to possibly go for a baby today. Do you have enough money in an emergency fund? Yes or no?
Honestly, no. I think
how much should you have? More. How much should you have?
8 months.
How much do you have?
Which will be, we have about 4 months.
All right, you have $20,000 in here. You have expenses of about $5,000 per month. You need, all right, another $20,000 or 100% more than what you currently have to have an emergency fund. Yet the two of you are talking about having a baby now, when you haven't really gotten a grip on what's going on in your financial life at this moment in time. So bottom line is, Sheba, I happen to agree with you. I don't think you have the money right now to have a child. I would never want to see somebody have a child before they had at least 8 months to 1 year of an emergency fund, plus other things in line that you really do not have. But here's how we would know for sure. Let's play baby. Seriously, let's pretend that you had a great, healthy baby. Let's say it's going to cost you an additional $2,000 to $2,500 per month. And every single month, starting right now, you need to put away $2,500 or $2,000 or whatever that figure is in a baby fund. And then you're going to know what that feels like. Now, here's the good news. If you can easily do it and everything is great, and you need to do this for at least 6 months, you're going to have a nice sum of money saved up that you could then add as well to your emergency fund. If you find that it's a struggle, that you don't like it, this is not the time then for you to have a baby. But here's the good news. You're 29, you're making good money, you're going to be making even better money. Sheba, you're going to get more involved with the money for your own good, really, because if something happens to David, something can happen at any time. That's not the time that I want you to learn about this money. And really, in just a very short period of time, when your student loans have been forgiven, when you have enough of an emergency fund, when all of that is in place, you're going to have a great time being a mommy and a daddy, and it's not going to be that difficult. So love each other up, love getting involved with your money, love knowing about the situation, save as much as you can, and one day, I have no doubt, Sheba, you're going to look at that husband of yours and you're going to say, honey, let's make a baby tonight. Up next, you can't afford to miss. Can I afford it?
I want to buy a new 2013 HO water ski for $1,500.
Do you feel like I'm going to throw you a life preserver, or are you sinking? Also,
I I want to buy a pre-owned Louis Vuitton handbag. And Susie, this bag is a must-have.
Did I just hear you say this is a must-have?
It is a must-have.
People first, then money.
You're on the air. What are these new shoes you have on? Let me see one.
They're not new.
Come on, let me see this. You know, Jeff is such a studly man, is he not? And every once in a while, I look at his shoes going, what is that? Come on, can you do that? Let me see that. Let's go. Do we all think this is a shoe? Is this a sexy shoe? This is ugly.
Thank you.
This is ugly. A man that is as
Thank
good
you.
looking as you should not wear a stupid looking shoe like this.
Come on.
I wanted to get a Lost in Space robot. It's a full-size robot. It's pretty cool.
Oh, how much? I can't even believe my eyes. Wait a minute. What is that? How much money do you want to spend on a robot?
Well, I'd rather not spend anything, but it costs $24,500.
You cannot afford it. What do you want to buy?
Louis Vuitton handbag.
HO water seat.
Gyrotonic expansion system pulley power.
Welcome back, everybody. The Can I Afford It segment. Your favorite. This is where you call in. You tell me what it is you want to buy. Oh, and yes, I tell you, if you can afford it or not. Let's go. Natalie, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I want to run the Paris Marathon, plus get trained for it with a running coach for the next few months. I love to run. I've already run 2 marathons in New York, and would love the experience of running another one in a new city. Plus, I think Paris in the spring would be beautiful. And I estimate it would cost me about $3,000.
All right, girlfriend. First of all, I stand in total admiration of the fact that you can run a marathon. I'm still trying to run a mile, but that's besides the point. Show me the money.
All right. So my take-home income every month is $3,232. My monthly expenses are $2,985. I have $51,000 in student loan debt. And in my savings, I have $14,000 of liquid savings, $3,000 in investments, and $15,000 in a retirement.
And how are you going to pay for this?
I was hoping to borrow from my liquid savings.
You do. You were, huh? Denied. That's not even close. Sweetheart, you are $24,000 in need. That's how much you need in an emergency fund. We take this money out of what you currently have in an emergency fund. That brings us down to what? Like $11,000? That puts us way short. You aren't going to Paris. Just run one of those marathons right here until you have saved enough money. Brennan, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Anytime. What do you want to buy?
I want to buy a pre-owned Louis Vuitton handbag. And Susie, this bag is a must-have, iconic fashion staple. It's classic. It's never going out of style. I can use it for decades. I can even give it to my daughter someday, and it will still be in style. So I will definitely get my money's worth.
Did I just hear you say this is a must-have?
It is a must-have.
This is a must. This is a need, right? You need this in order to just breathe the air in every day, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, show me the money.
Okay, so our income is $4,300 a month combined.
Yep.
Our expenses are $2,960 a month. Our debt is $200,000 30-year fixed mortgage and $44,000 in student loans, which are currently deferred because my husband's in grad school.
Yeah.
Our savings are $25,000 liquid and $23,000 in retirement.
And I just have to ask, are these student loans, are they subsidized or unsubsidized?
Unsubsidized.
So while you have these student loans, even though they're deferred, they are growing and growing and growing. Is that correct, madam?
It is correct. However, we have started paying on some of them.
All right, so you're paying on them even though, so they're not all in deferred, even though that little sign there says deferred, correct?
Correct.
And so, because I must have enough money to pay student loans, I must have certain things to make sure that you're okay. A purse being a must-have, my verdict comes down very easily on this one. You have been approved.
Yay!
Because you actually have $350 to do this. I hated that I had to approve you, but you have the money to do it. All right. Mike, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. Actually, I want to buy a new 2013 HO water ski for $1,500, but my wife kind of thinks it's a little excessive, so we've got to come to an agreement that if I can get Susie Orman to approve it, that I'm good to go.
So $1,500 on a water ski.
Yeah, HO, and yeah.
HO. So is that a brand? Is that a good? Is this a lot? I don't know anything about water skis, so just out of curiosity, is that a lot for a water ski? Like, could you get a water ski for like $200?
Well, you could, but I'm really addicted to like slalom water skiing, so this is kind of a real high-end like tournament, water ski for like slalom course skiing.
I got it. All right, show me the money.
All right, so our income is $12,014. Our expenses are $8,725. Our debt, we have $340,000 30-year fixed mortgage on our primary house. I have a $11,000 15-year fixed mortgage on a summer condo, $27,000 boat loan, and for savings, we have $50,000 liquid, $15,000 in investments, and $279,000 in retirement.
Oh, this one's hard. Kind of right on the edge there. Like, do you feel like I'm going to throw you a life preserver or are you sinking? What do you think I'm going to do here? Let's see. Denied. And, I know. And the reason that you're denied is this. As I look at additional information about your finances, you are underinsured, you're underwater in your home, you're not funding your Roth IRAs, and yet you want to spend $1,500 on a water ski when that could be easily 3 months of funding a retirement account? I don't think so. Andrea, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie. I just have to say that I think you're amazing, and I'm so excited to talk to you.
Will you still like me no matter what I say at the end of this?
Of course.
All right, good. All right, now the pressure's off. What do you want to buy?
I want to buy a gyrotonic expansion system pulley tower.
You want to buy what?
It's a large piece of specialized exercise equipment.
Have you ever even used one?
I totally have. I'm actually training to get certified to teach it right now.
So a gyrotonic pulley tower.
Yes.
Wait, am I seeing this also right? The tower is $6,500, but you have to pay $2,000 to have it shipped?
Well, I'm estimating that it's going to cost about that much because I'm located in Hawaii.
Oh, so it's got to go all the way over there. All right, show me the money. I don't even know what it is, but okay, show me the money.
Okay, so I have $1,900 for monthly take-home pay from a part-time job.
Yep.
And $400 from teaching Pilates.
Keep going, yeah.
So $2,300 total. My expenses total about $1,600 a month.
Yeah.
That includes my $200 rent. I have no debt, and I have a liquid savings of $2,800.
And how are you going to pay for this?
I was thinking about putting it on my credit card.
Oh, you were denied. You are so denied, and let me tell you why. Obviously, this is a Pilates contraption. You make $400 a month teaching Pilates. So therefore, it will, because we can't assume just because you have this contraption that you're gonna make more money. We have to always assume the worst. It's going to take you a full 2 years to pay for it. Plus, I'm almost $9,000 short of an emergency fund. You should get a gyrotonic pulley tower for your emergency fund so that you could pull more money into your own being. You aren't getting it, girlfriend. Annie, what do you want to buy?
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Annie.
Oh, I'm so happy to talk to you.
Oh, thank you so much. What do you want to buy?
I want to get diploma in culinary management course.
You want to get a culinary management diploma for almost $14,000. If you get this, what will allow you to do that you can't do today?
Well, right now I'm working in sales.
Yes.
And yes, I just want to change the career, and I hope one day that I could open up my own coffee shop business. I know that if I don't do it this year, I don't think I'll be able to do it maybe next year because I have been putting this for so many years now.
So wait, but I'm so confused. Don't you think that you, if you open up a coffee shop, is this degree going to teach you how to manage a restaurant, or does this degree just teach you how to cook, how to do this, or does it do all of it?
All of it.
All of it.
Actually, all of it.
All right,
Yeah.
show me the money. Let's see what's cooking behind these numbers.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Susie, I take home $2,520. My expenses are $998 and $400 in rent.
Yes.
I have no debts, and I have $58,000 in liquid.
And you have nothing in retirement right now.
I know.
And so, and I have to ask this, do you know anybody else who has ever gone to this school, gotten this degree, and actually opened it up and said it was worth almost $14,000 to do this?
Anybody that I know?
Yes.
Actually, no. None of my friends gone to this, have ever taken this classes
All right,
now.
so I know you want to change careers. I know you want to do something else, but for now you are denied. And you are denied because at 36 years of age, I'd rather see you take that $14,000 and put it in retirement accounts. I'd rather see you do something like that. What I would advise is go and work part-time in a restaurant. See what it's like to be in a restaurant. Try to manage a restaurant and know that you really like the restaurant business before you spend $14,000 on something that you don't even know that you're going to like. Whoa. Okay, want to be part of the Can I Afford It segment? All you have to do is go to my website, suzeorman.com, and you will find the information that you need to know there to come and play with me right here. And guess what else? If we choose you, throw it to me, Robo-Man. Yeah, that was not a good throw. Anyway, you will get a T-shirt, and it will say whether I approved you, I denied you. You'll be the only ones wearing it because you only can get it if you come on the show. Next, I tackle trending topics in Ask Susie.
Hey, Love Bug. I listen to you when I'm at the gym.
You look like you go to the gym. Show me those pecs.
like
I
that?
know. Yeah, me too. Okay. Oh, hot. People first, then money. You're on the air. After you start this process, I want you to tell at least 10 people who are your closest friends that you're about to claim bankruptcy. I want you to shout it to the world. I want you to be proud about it. Say it right now. Say, hey, I'm going to claim bankruptcy. Say it like you're proud.
Hey, I'm going to, I can't even.
Come on, you can do it. Do it.
I'm going to claim bankruptcy.
Boyfriend, congratulations. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are in the control room at CNBC headquarters. So many ways for you to reach me. Take a look at that screen of yours. You can send in an email. Join me on Facebook. You can send in a tweet. And if you put hashtag Ask Susie, it comes right to us here. And if we choose it, oh, you will be on the air. Let's see what's trending right now. At I Love This Look. You think the person's talking about me? Anyway, my hubby makes 80% of income with baby on the way. Do I need life insurance policy as well? At I Love This Look. Oh, you betcha you do. Are you kidding me? Now, while he may be making 80% of the income, the truth of the matter is, you bring in money. Are you going to be a stay-at-home mom? Are you going to stay there and take care of the kid? Both of you always need insurance because you never know. Let's say the two of you are in a car accident together. I know, not nice to think about, but it can happen. You don't make it out, but he is injured. And now he can't work. So now your insurance policy will serve him as well as child very, very well. Just remember, minors cannot inherit money. So if you also get this insurance policy, as well as he should have one, obviously, make sure you have a living revocable trust so the trust is your beneficiary. All right, let's go to webcam now. We are going all the way to Laos in Southeast Asia, and we have Tan on the air.
Hey, Love Bug. I listen to you when I'm at the gym.
You look like you go to the gym. Show me those pecs.
like
I
that?
know. Yeah, me too. Okay. What do you? Oh, hot. What do you need to know, sweetheart?
I'm an international school teacher, and I'm based in Laos. My partner and I are in a long-distance relationship, and he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm considering moving back to live with him in June of 2014 when my contract ends. I'm ready to make a career move if that's what it means to live with him. What should I consider before making this financial and life decision?
Have you ever lived with him?
I do. I spend my Christmas breaks and I spend my summer breaks with him.
I'm talking about living with him. I'm not talking about, do you just see how you said my breaks with him? I'm talking about a year or two or whatever. So here's the bottom line. This is a matter of what you really want to do with your heart, as well as with your money. If you love where you are, if you're having a great time where you are, where you're making money where you are, if there's tax benefits to stay where you are, you need to really think about that seriously. So before I did anything, I would want to know that I had a job lined up, I had money lined up, all of that would be good before I went to go live with somebody that I only have done so on breaks. But I love you, boyfriend. All right, let's go back to the studio, and here's what's coming up next. Christina wants to know, Susie,
how am I doing? My friends laugh at how frugal I am, but after paying off $118,000 of student loan debt, I feel like I'm just starting out.
You are putting nothing, and I mean nothing, big zeros, in retirement. People first, then money. You're on the air.
It's not going to do any good if I tell him now.
And why is that?
Because, I mean, I still have to pay it off.
Yes, but you're a liar. You're a liar.
Well, I'm just not a teller.
No, when you don't tell somebody something that affects their life, you're lying to them. You're lying to them. That is the true deficit here. That's so much worse than this $20,000 of credit card debt. Welcome back as we start our 12th year of the Suze Orman Show.
Hi, Susie. I'm 53, single, and trying to figure out if I'll ever be able to retire. My friends laugh at how frugal I am, but after paying off $118,000 of student loan debt, I feel like I'm just starting out. My goal is to retire at 66 and work with animal rescue groups, because that is my passion. Susie, how am I doing?
My dear Christina, welcome to the Suze Orman Show. How are you?
Hey, Susie, wonderful now that I'm talking to you. Thank you so much for taking my phone call.
Oh, you're welcome. So you want to work with animals when this is all over, huh?
I do. I really have a heart for them.
They're so cute, aren't they?
They are, especially senior citizen animals.
All right, so listen. Here you are. You're looking at retiring in 13 or 14 years from now. As you look at your situation, what you're putting into retirement, everything else, if you were going to give yourself a grade, girlfriend, what grade would you give yourself?
I would say a C+.
And why would you give yourself a C+?
I just don't feel like I have enough in retirement, and I still have my mortgage payment.
All right, let's look at your numbers. Christina is 53 years of age and is single. She has $136,000 approximately in her retirement, $146,000 in an emergency fund. She has investments of $26,000. Her current home value is $650,000, but she does owe $266,763 on it. So her net worth is $692,382. You have monthly take-home income of $5,765. Your monthly expenses are $4,472, which gives you an excess of $1,300 approximately per month. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it actually does.
All right, and do you know why it surprises you?
I guess I just feel like I'm not saving enough, but the money always seems to go somewhere, I feel.
All right.
Even though I'm as frugal as I can be.
No, you're not as frugal as you can be because you filled out these worksheets. You filled out every single penny that you spend, that you know you spend. But yet you still have $1,300 a month that you are spending that you don't even realize that you're spending. $5 here, $20 there, $30 there, but you're not recording it. You're not really keeping track of it. So what this exercise is showing you, and everybody, by the way, who's watching, is that a lot of times you have a lot of money that flows through your hands that you don't even know while you think you are being frugal and cutting everything. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Now, if I was going to give you a grade, I would probably give you really a C- because you're not that far off. You are saving $500 a month, every single month that goes into your savings account. However, you are putting nothing, and I mean nothing, big zeros in retirement, according to your paperwork here. So the money that you could be putting away and growing for yourself, tax deferred, tax free, whatever it would be, if it would be a Roth IRA, you are not taking advantage of. Now, you also are on a track to have your home paid off, but not for a number of years until after you have retired. So here is your way to an A, my dear Christina. I want you to take $900 per month, and I want you to add that to your mortgage payment so that your house will be paid off by the time you retire. Next, I want you to start funding a Roth IRA right now to the max, which is $541 per month or $6,500 per year. I also want you to look into long-term care insurance as you get older. And last but not least, and really it should be first, and you should do this right away, you need a will and a living revocable trust. If you just do all of those things, you should be just fine. Up next, one more thing that I want you to know. Just work through the numbers, peeps. Work through the numbers. Welcome back to the Suze Orman Show. All right, this makes it a wrap on the Suze Orman Show. Can you believe it? We are starting our 12th year. That is a long time, people. That's a long time. But before we go, there is still one more thing that I want you to know. You know, I one-on-one guests tonight were David and Sheba. Now, I loved that they came on. And they came on with this question, and it was such a vital question. They wanted to have a baby, 29 years of age, each of them. But they wanted to know, could they afford it? Did they have enough money? How many times have I had guests on the Suze Orman Show, and I say to them, do you really think you should have a baby? I don't think you have the money. And they go, oh, we'll just make it work. We want to have 3 kids, Suze. We want to have 4 kids. We'll figure it out somehow. I don't think so. You don't take a gamble like that. You know if you have the money or not. And if you don't, so what? If you're young, if you wait a year or 2, you're not going to hurt anything, and maybe you can help everything. But it's not just about having a baby. If we could just always ask that question, I want to buy a home. Can I really afford it? Oh, I want to buy a new car. Do you think I can make the payments? Oh, I'm going to take out a student loan. Will my salary be able to pay it back? Just work through the numbers, peeps. Work through the numbers so that you don't make a mistake that maybe you wish you hadn't done. Now you know. All right, until next week, there's only one thing that I really want you to remember when it comes to your money, and it is this: people first, then money, then things. Now you stay safe.